Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video, another big event idea video. Now, I know last time with the Party Posse event, I sort of kind of went, I went with a quest line stuff. I've missed out the quest line this time. I don't really want to do a quest line. I've still done some of the artwork, but I just kind of feel the quest line's a bit too far for me. It's too much for me, really, to think up of a proper quest line. If you still want the weekly, because I do want to bring these videos out weekly, really, because there's nothing else to put on my channel otherwise, and I like to get something out daily. And it's just more, it's my preference, I guess. But if there is enough people who do want quest lines in the videos, if there is enough, then I might do them. But to be honest with you, not many people were they didn't seem to be too bothered in the comments. So I'll leave out quest lines for now. But I've done all the rest of the stuff. But anyway, this is the music event. Now I've left out the Party Posse stuff, obviously, because I've kind of already done that. And there's like another episode where it's like a music event. I've left that one out as well, though, because I feel like that would be better as its own little event. But the music event is kind of like bringing some of the stuff, some of the miscellaneous stuff, and just combining it. But to be honest with you, overall, I feel like I haven't. I've sort of scripted on the barrel for this. I feel like I have anyway. I mean, the characters. I mean, of course, we've got one pretty big character. But the rest are sort of 1 episode, 2 episode characters, not really big characters. I mean, they're rememberable ones, but they're not big ones. But anyway, we'll go in. I'll show you. So of course, we need like a center thing. Of course, every event has this one building where you either send characters to do stuff. You have like a crafting building, but you have a center building. I suppose this could be it. I feel like they could just combine everything though. If they're gonna do crafting for this, which I would say, I hope they don't. But if they were to, they could just make this the crafting and also make this like the center one where you can send characters to do something in there. I'd be happy with both, really. But crafting, you don't really need a building for it. But this would be the one where you send characters to it. Of course, this is the oldie Springfield Arena. This is an old arena where it's for sport and for performing. It's for both. So it was actually in the sports event as well, because there has been, I think it's like one of those weird things where they've not really remembered what it was actually used for. But there was a concert here, but there was also, I think it was a boxing match here as well. So it's kind of a bit of both. And now we have Protosia Records, whatever the heck that is. That's Cash. I think they could have one cash building, it'd be fair enough. You got the speakers, which of course are in the Simpsons house, the speakers with the little vinyl record player there for, you know, cash as well, and just a drum set for cash as well, just to throw in something else. And they could just throw in other instruments, you know, like a guitar rack or something like that, and they could just throw different microphones as well, like I said last episode, DJ decks. There's so much stuff they could just throw in, little decorations. They could throw in for crafting, or they could throw in for money. I mean, these two could be crafting as well, I guess, but I just prefer them if they weren't. Anyway, we've got the store. So of course this is the San Antonio Arena. 90 donuts, I think that's fair enough. Pretty cool building. Of course, where the Sex Pistols were performing in the episode, but of course you probably can't add them. We have neat and tidy piano movers. This is like a sort of, you know, it's a building where you can't, there's not really a particular event you could really give it to, because of course it's piano movers, not actually like a piano shop, but they move pianos, so I thought, why not throw it in there. 60 donuts, I think that's fair enough, throw it in there. A record player for 20 donuts, I think that would be pretty cool. A vinyl record player, 20 donuts, pretty cool, like an old-fashioned one. And then of course we have the Christian concert stage, which is just like a little wood thing with some speakers and a microphone, just a decoration, with Rachel Jordan for 120 donuts, so it's a character with a full set of tasks and a cool-ish decoration. Moving on, now this is a little special thing which I can make. Of course, you have when you have these events, you send characters to some buildings. Now I'm proposing the open air stage, the open stage, the Springfield, the church for hymns, and they could do other buildings. I'm not too sure what other buildings, but there's at least 4 buildings where you send. One of them can be the ye old arena. 4 buildings where you send characters to sing. One of them is going to be the Springfield Springfield First Church Springfield, where they can sing hymns. Now, if you send, it'd be like a secret little thing. If you send 100 Springfielders overall, there'll only be like a certain Springfielders. You can't obviously go to this, but if you send overall 100, there'll be a secret prize, which is Helen Fish. Fish, which is she's the organ player in the Springfield. Fisher Springfield. She's an older character, not as in because of the age of the character. I mean, she appeared in older episodes. She doesn't appear anymore, I don't think, but they could throw her in anyway. I don't know if she's dead. I'm pretty sure she's alive, but it doesn't really tell you. But anyway, here are the prizes. Here's what matter. So Act 1. So Act 1, the first prize is the Simpsons piano. This is the piano that's in the Simpsons house. I think this would be a really, really cool thing. The second prize is All Sales Vinyl. So this is like a vinyl shop. Then we have Music World for the next prize. And then for the final prize of Act 1, we have the Singing Hobo. And I know there's only 4, but I think 4 would be fair enough if they're like they're less time. So there's only like 6, 7 days or 8 days, but they're still relatively easy to get. That would be cool, I'd think. Then we have the... I'm not too sure what the name of this is. I'll show you in a minute. But this is the... oh, actually, moving on. Here's a better look at the stuff. So we have the piano, the Simpsons piano, Music World, and we have the All Sales Vinyl, vintage records. Then we have Act 2. So we have the music school here. So this is a music school. We have a stack of pianos. I think this would be a really, really cool little decoration to throw in. It's just a bunch of pianos stacked up on top of each other. We have the Costington Arena, which is really weird. This is like a it's a performance arena. And we also have the Jazz Hole as the Act 2 final prize, the Jazz Hole, with none other than Bleeding Gums Murphy. And this is like the big character of the event, Bleeding Gums Murphy. He'll be like the main one, the one that everyone wants to get, and the best one out of this. The Singing Hobo, he's kind of cool, but this is the character you really want. And then here's a better look at everything. So we have it's little Ludwig's music school. We have Costington Centre, but it is an arena as well, actually. There is performances here. We have the Jazz Hole and we have the piano stack, and then finally we have Act 3. So we have the Jackson 5. I think this. I know that's what they are, but I think that's what the thing is called. Now this is actually a boardwalk performer that never appeared in the with the boardwalk event. Now in the files, this is in the files. The Jackson 5, there's an unlock message and the audio files that are in there for the Jackson 5. It just was never added. Maybe they were saving it for a music event. I think that would be pretty cool if they could add them. I mean, they're probably not ever. I'm presuming it was copyright issues is the reason they didn't add them. But it would be pretty cool to add them as like maybe the first prize for Act 3. Then we have Stink, whatever the heck that is, and Stones Records. And then we have Jazzy Good Times, which is a music-themed restaurant. And the final prize will be Alaska, Nebraska. And eventually down her quest line, you will unlock the Waverly Hills Arena, which is here, which obviously is where she performs. So here is a better look. I probably should have shown you a better look at the arena, but whatever. There's the record shop and Jazzy Goodman's. And then we have community prizes. Now I think that they should revamp, bring back community prizes. Maybe just 4 will do, is what I'm proposing, but sort of 5 because you're going to get 2 as the last one. So the first one is Expressions, a performing arts camp. So this is a camp which is going to be included in my little mini event where Ethan and Kurt basically teach kids to perform. I feel like they should leave those 2 guys though up to their own event. We have the orphanage for musically gifted children. It's a little thing that I think that this should sit in the river, so you can actually place it in rivers, and the only way to place it is in rivers, so it will tell you to place it in a river. That would be really unique. I feel like it could be a building, could just be a decoration. I would prefer it to be a building though. We have Suicide Notes, which is formerly Good Vibrations. So it's obviously like a rock store or something. Sells CDs, whatever, music anyway. Pretty cool. And then we have this, which I don't know the name of in a minute, but I'll show you in a minute. It's basically a mental institution for the weirdos. But it has Leon Kobosky or whatever the heck it was. But of course he's the guy who thinks he's Michael Jackson, and he acts like he's Michael Jackson, and he tries to convince people he is Michael Jackson. And he successfully convinces Homer, obviously, because Homer's never heard of him, because Homer's an idiot. So here's a better look at the mental institution here. It's called New Bedlam Rest Home for the Emotionally Interested. Emotionally interesting. So yeah. So of course now we have the tasks. I enjoy doing these, but sometimes it's kind of hard. Alaska, Nebraska, she was a bit hard to bring tasks to, but because she was only there for a brief moment. Of course, she is voiced by Ellen Page as well. So we have meditate and smoke for 60 minutes. There'll be an animation where she's sitting on this pillow thing, smoking and meditating. We'll perform at Waverly Hills Elementary for 4 hours, which is over by Springfield Waverly Hills Elementary and the Heights building. Perform at Waverly Hills Concert for 6 hours. That will be in the concert that you saw before. Learn how to lip sync for 8 hours. That will also be in the concert. Go for a photo shoot for 12 hours. This will be her just getting a photo taken with some just a random paparazzi taking pictures of a little animation, and then go for a nose job for 24 hours. Now I know there's that plastic surgery place in the Heights. They could be there, or it could be just the general hospital. Either one would be fine. And then we have Bleeding Murphy, my favourite one out of this event. Give Lisa advice for 60 minutes at the Springfield house, Simpsons house, sorry. Repair saxophone for 12 hours at King Toots. Perform at Jazz Hall for 4 hours, obviously at the Jazz Hall. Play saxophone for 6 hours. Just him in the street and a little animation, him playing as a saxophone. Practice at the Jazz Hall for 8 hours, over at the Jazz Hall again. Go for major operation for 12 hours over at the hospital. And appear as a cloud for 24 hours where it will trigger this little animation, and you'll just see that wherever the heck he is when you start it. Just see that floating in the sky. I think it would be a pretty cool animation, and obviously that's what he appears to Lisa after he dies. And then moving on, we have Helen Fish. So attend church sermon for 60 minutes, practice hymns for 4 hours at the church. All these are at the church, apart from this one. Visit Lovejoy's for 6 hours over at the Lovejoy house. Visit retirement home, obviously at the retirement home for 8 hours. Nap on the organs for 12 hours, obviously at the church. And then clean church organs for 24 hours at the church. But I have another alternative. They could add the organs as its own decoration. It would maybe make this character a little bit more interesting. But she could just go to the church. Obviously, it would be like a little free mystery character, I think. And that would be, that'd be like a little cool extra character. Then we have the Singing Hobo. We have Ride the Monorail for 60 minutes over at the Monorail. Tune Banjo for 22 hours. Just him on the stack of hay, just trying to tune his banjo. Get a sponge bath for 6 hours. This will require Homer, and then we'll have Homer giving him a sponge bath. Just in the middle of the street, as you do. Sharpen knife for 8 hours. Him walking around sharpening his knife. Nap in the street for 12 hours. Just be him on the street napping. And then sing about folk tales for 24 hours. It'll be sort of the same animation, similar. You'll just be sitting on this haystack again, just singing really about his folk tales, but you won't really hear him. Nothing beats the hobo life stabbing folks with my hobo knife. I like that little. So I completely forgot about this. My little Gills deal. Forgot to put it on my PowerPoint. So there's going to be a little Gills deal. There's always has to be a Gills deal. I sometimes like Gills deals, sometimes disagree with them. But I feel like this will be pretty cool. So of course this is Lady Gaga with the Gaga Express. Now this will be the Lady Gaga Express. It will just sit as one big decoration. Maybe could earn cash. Could be a sort of cash earning decoration. Possibly. With of course Lady Gaga. $150. I think that's fair enough. Because of course you're getting like a celebrity essentially. And you're getting a really, really cool unique thing. And of course it's Gail. You're just going to make Gail happy. He's his #1 fan. So yeah, and this will of course unlock Lady Gaga. So you will get this really cool Express. But yeah, you'll get Lady Gaga. So you have some tasks here. Wear bird dress for 60 minutes. Perform songs for 4 hours. Visit Lisa for 6 hours. Cry for 8 hours. Now, wear bird dress will be her wearing a bird dress, a little animation. Perform song will be just outside the train. Visit Lisa for 6 hours at the Simpsons house. Cry for 8 hours, which will be her just crying after Lisa's made her upset. Just sitting there, crying, a little animation. Relax in the Express for 12 hours, just inside the train. And then stay at Worcesterfield Hotel for 24 hours, where she'll be over at the hotel. And then we have Leon, of course, or Michael Jackson if you want. So we have Be Welcomed by Springfield for 60 minutes over at the Town Hall. Sing Lisa a birthday song for 2 hours. I was 12. 2 hours. This will be him on the Simpsons piano, actually, because of course that's where he actually sings the song, the birthday song for Lisa. Get out of character for 4 hours. It will be him in his little his outfit after he leaves. Obviously, he leaves the Simpsons house after he sort of breaks his character as Michael Jackson. Visit the Simpsons for 6 hours over at the Simpsons house. Visit Monroe, Dr. Monroe, for 8 hours over at Marvin Monroe's therapy thing. Do the moonwalk for 12 hours, will be a little animation, and then stay in the home for emotionally interesting for 24 hours over at that building. And then finally we have Rachel Jordan. So perform at church for 60 minutes, perform on stage for 4 hours over at the concert, the Christian concert stage, pray for inspiration for 6 hours at the church, write songs for 8 hours, there'll be a little animation with her, a little pad of paper just writing, stay at Ned's for 12 hours over at Ned's house, and then walk around with the mod look for 24 hours. Of course, Ned cuts her hair while she's sleeping, so she looks like Mod, so it'll be a little funny little gag, a little funny task. So that's all the characters and that's all the tasks. I think there's plenty of characters and plenty of tasks, and to be honest, maybe lacking a few buildings. Could have maybe do with 1 or 2 more buildings, but I think that's pretty cool overall though. Pretty hefty amount of buildings. It's about the same as the sci-fi update, so I think that's fair enough. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts on this music event, tell me your thoughts on the artwork. I know of course this one was kind of hard for Helen. I couldn't really do much because of course the only time we've ever saw her is at the organ, so I kind of had to improvise there. But yeah, tell me what you thought about this little event. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, please comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.